A daily word from God for reflection. A true created being must acknowledge the Creator, understand the nature of their creation, and comprehend the purpose of their existence. Humanity is not simply born to exist for its own purposes, but with a deeper meaning, intertwined with the greatness of the one who created all things. To fulfill the responsibilities of a created being, one must know how to live rightly, act according to the truth, and continuously worship God, who governs all. Recognizing and understanding the intentions, desires, and requirements of the Creator is not merely a personal act, but an ongoing process that requires spiritual awakening, unwavering loyalty, and a devotion filled with deep reverence. Only by understanding the ways of the Creator can one truly learn how to fear God and shun evil. What does it mean to fear God? The phrase fear God is not merely about being afraid or terrified of His great power, but it encompasses respect, admiration, and deep love for the Creator. Fearing God is not about avoidance, keeping a distance, or blind superstition, as one might misunderstand. On the contrary, it encompasses a range of noble feelings, such as reverence, trust, profound understanding, and unconditional obedience. When we fear God, we do not fear Him because of His punishments or His might, but because we understand the importance and perfection of His actions in our lives. Without true knowledge of God, people are easily led into doubt, confusion, and distance from Him, which only breeds mistrust and fear. Only through a real understanding of the nature and purpose of God can one achieve true fear of Him. A person who has never truly understood God can only have misunderstandings and erroneous judgments, causing their actions to easily fall into disrespect and rebellion. When we truly realize the greatness of God, reverence and worship become a natural part of life. Only then can we experience genuine trust in Him, complete devotion, and unconditional love for the one who gave us life. How to shun evil? Shunning evil is not merely about avoiding external immoral actions, but it is a profound spiritual journey. Shunning evil begins with understanding the true meaning of good and evil and realizing that all evil originates from a distance from God. The closer people are to God, the more they can recognize the temptations and behaviors that lead to evil, and thus they can overcome them. In this process, people must constantly pray, seek guidance from Him, and learn to live a moral life based on the truth of God. Shunning evil is not merely a theoretical decision, but a practice that requires perseverance and determination. It requires constant self-examination, recognizing one's weaknesses, and taking steps to change. Through true trust in God, people will have the strength to resist temptation, the wisdom to recognize evil, and the courage to reject it. The connection between fearing God and shunning evil. Fearing God and shunning evil are two concepts that cannot be separated. When people have a deep reverence for God, this naturally leads them to avoid evil. Conversely, a person who lacks genuine fear of God will not have the strong motivation to resist temptation and fall into sin. When people know God, they have clear guidance in choosing between good and evil. This awareness is not just theoretical, but a profound spiritual state where the fear of God becomes the motivation and guiding light for each person's life. To achieve true fear of God, people must undergo meaningful steps. They must experience God's word, understand His correction and discipline, and from this recognize God's justice and mercy. As people go through this process, their reverence for God will deepen, and they will have the ability to shun evil, not just because they fear punishment, but because they desire to live according to God's truth. The path to fearing God and shunning evil. The journey to attain the fear of God and the shunning of evil is not a straight path. It requires patience, faithfulness, and continuous commitment. First, people must have a heart willing to accept the truth, embrace correction, and continually pray for God's guidance. Through this process, they will gradually gain a clear understanding of God's will and His plan for them. As people take steps along this path, they will draw closer to God, their hearts will become pure, and their lives will take on a new meaning. One day they will realize that God is no longer a vague or distant figure, but that He is truly present in their lives, guiding and protecting them every day. This realization will make the fear of God deeper than ever before, and they will no longer want to stray from Him, but will only desire to remain near Him. serve Him, and love Him forever. Unconditional service and deep love for the Creator. When people reach a full realization of God, they no longer feel distant or disconnected from Him. Instead, they recognize that God is always beside them, always ready to guide them and give them the best. This creates a deep love and admiration for Him, compelling them to dedicate their lives to serving and worshiping the Creator. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Your support means the world to us. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with others who might benefit from it. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. Your likes, shares, and subscriptions help us continue creating valuable content. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next video.